Okay, it's 1:55. It is a cold day. The air temperature is about 23 to 24 degrees Fahrenheit. Water temperature is also cold at 2 degrees Celsius. But I thought I'd come out here and fish a little bit. On this particular creek, the flow right now is about 50 cubic feet per second, which is low, but had a lot of ice lately. I'm using the Suntech TenkaraBum Traveler 39, and let's see what we can do here. There we go. There's our first fish. The air temperature is so cold that I'm getting a quick amount of ice on my line, and that's going to be a problem. This is a brown. Because the air temperature is so cold, we're definitely going to keep him in the water. Anyway, you can see him right there. Nice fish, and off he goes. Got to keep the ice off my tippet as well. The fish won't take the fly. That was a fish. Shoot. That was a fish. I wasn't paying good attention. There we go. It's too bad. There we go. Another one. I missed one. I was looking at the trees and then looked down and noticed that my line was moving. That's a good fish. He's probably about 14 inches. I'm using a egg pattern, a beadhead egg pattern, and it's worked really well in these waters this last winter. And yeah, look at him. That's a nice fish. I wonder if he was the same one that I caught, that I hooked. I don't know. Off he goes. But this egg pattern works really well. It's got the ecstasy yarn on it, and it works really well. When I'm fishing in really cold water and cold air temperatures like this, I will typically wear neoprene waders. That's what I've got on right now. If it's not quite this cold, then I will wear my breathables. But when it's this cold, I definitely wear the neoprene waders. I've got thick wool socks on, and I also have a foot warmer, you know, those packets that skiers use. I've got one underneath the arch of each foot, and I've got one on top of my toes of each foot as well. I've got a pair of thermals on, and then I have some fleece lined fishing pants as well. Oh, that was a fish. Shoot. And then on my trunk, I've got thermals on. It was right in there. He might have been the one that I hooked before. I've got thermals on, and then a turtleneck on. And then I've got this Gore-Tex Primaloft coat on. On my hands, I'm wearing very thin liner silk gloves, and then I have these these rockfish insulated gloves on. That seems to work really well, although my hands still get cold. It's just the way it goes. On my head I've got a insulated hat. So that's my really cold weather fishing gear. And it seems to work. Right there. No, you're not going to do it. Okay, well, drop the fly back in the water to try to get the ice to melt somewhat. And let's move up a little bit here. There we go. There's a fish. Feels like a good fish. Just keep him on. I think he's going to be the last one, because the air temperature is just too cold. Every other cast, my tippet is, and the fly is actually icing up, so the air temperature is just too cold. So there we go, another really nice brown. Keep him in the water. This is dangerous temperatures to be fishing. Look at that, that's a super fish. And off he goes. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Whew, this is cold. A lot colder than I normally fish. So I think that is going to be it. I've not fished when it's been so cold for quite a while. I mean, my fly is icing up. It is that crazy cold. Anyway, I think that's going to do me today. It's 2:20, so I've been fishing not quite half an hour, but I don't think it's worth it. It's been fun catching these trout. Oh, there's another one. Right there. It's been fun catching these trout in this one little run or hole, but it's too dangerous for them. If they come out of the, this one's a cutthroat. If they come out of the water, their gills will freeze and they'll die. And like I said, not only my line, but my fly is icing up every other cast. So there we go. That's a cutthroat. Nice fish. Come here. Let's get that fly captured. And he's gone. Good. Okay. Well, that's it. Lots of ice, a really cold temperature, and a few fish for a half an hour. That is gonna do me. Well, I know that was short, but I just think it's too dangerous to be fishing in this air temperature. Again, my line would freeze, get frozen water droplets on it, like every other cast. And not only the line, which is pretty common that happens, but the tippet was. So, you know, it's cold. And that means that the fish's gills will definitely freeze if they come out of the water for even a few seconds. So I think it's best to go back home, come here another day when the air temperature is not quite so dangerous. I love fishing, but I don't want to kill the fish. But it's beautiful. High thin clouds, a little diffuse sun. It's more cosmetic sun, but it's been good to get out. So sorry that was so short, but it's the way it goes.